Hello and welcome to Man Cave Media. On this channel, I like to talk about beer, sneakers, tech, and toys. If you're new here, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Also, please connect with me on social media. I'm on Instagram at media.mancave and on Facebook and Twitter at mancavemedia.org. And finally, if you enjoy listening to podcasts, please check out the League of Sedentary Gentlemen. We're available wherever you get your podcasts or direct from our website at man-cave-media.org. All right, I got myself a new work phone. Let's check it out. All right, so my current work phone is an old and busted iPhone XR. I say old and busted, but it still works fine. It was actually a great phone. I say was, it didn't die. It was just time for a refresh. And since I switched to iPhone for my personal phone, I've been wanting to switch back to Android for my work phone, just so I can kind of stay up to date with Android. I don't get rusty, and kind of like for R&D. One of the reasons why I switched to iPhone was Android Auto stopped working in my truck, which was a big deal for me. I use Android Auto a lot. And so that kind of pushed me over to Apple. There's more to the story than that, but that was one of the main reasons. But that being said, you know, I still love Android. At my core, I'm an Android user. And I wanted to go back to Android in some capacity just so I don't get rusty and lose touch with it. And so that's where this comes into play. What I have here is a Red Magic 8 Pro. It is the matte edition, and it's an awesome phone for the money. And right off the bat, I want to mention this is just strictly an unboxing and first impressions video. I'm just a basic consumer. I didn't have, advanced access to this phone whatsoever. There are plenty of benchmarking videos out there. I'll link a few in the description if you want to see how it performs. But this is strictly going to be an unboxing and an ooh and ah as I check out the features type of video. So that being said, let's go ahead and get this out of the box, shall we? So shipping for this guy was really quick. I bought it on launch day, which was February 2nd in the US, and it arrived at my doorstep on February 4th. So really quick shipping time. I was impressed with that. The reason why I chose to go with this phone was not so much that it's, a gaming device. I don't play a ton of mobile games. I'm sure that it being spec'd for gaming is going to help its performance in other aspects, but it's value for what you get. For what you pay for, you get a lot with this phone. I'll go over the specs in a moment. So right off the bat, this is a really cool looking box. I dig it a lot. I'll get close-ups of the box. Let's go ahead and continue. So right away on top, looks like you have paperwork. And they include a case. That's nice of them. Let's have a look at that, shall we? Pretty standard see-through case, but nevertheless, it's nice that they include something like that. And then also in that top package is your SIM tool. We don't need that just yet. I'll do my initial setup on Wi-Fi only for this guy, and then I'll put my work sim in it later. So here's the device itself. Set that aside for the moment. So they include a very nice looking, very well built red USB-C to C cable. That's cool. That's a rare thing nowadays. Again, value for money. What you get for what you pay for. They also include a brick. USB Type-C, obviously. And that's it for the package. Again, I'll get close-ups of the box. It's a really cool looking box. I dig it. Let's actually put this in here like that. There we go. All right, for the device itself. Oh, not one, not two, but 4 QR codes. So let's get in here. Oh man, she pretty. Definitely a very striking device. So one of the things I love about the design is the same thing that I really love about the current iPhone models, is the squared off design. I really like that. I prefer that over the rounded edge designs. So straight away, like, I wouldn't worry about this thing slipping out of your hand. The materials that they use, this back plate, like, kind of got some grip to it. Soft to the touch. I like it a lot, actually. The pictures don't do it justice. It's a nice looking phone. A little bit of peel there. I wasn't expecting that. All right, let's see if it's got any charge on it. There we go. So while it's booting up, oh, nice little animation logo there. I like it. So this screen is a 6.8 inch FHD display, 120 hertz. Let's see. Privacy policy, yes. It won't let me accept it till I go to the bottom. Steal my data, I accept. So once you get past that acceptance screen there, the privacy acceptance screen, it's a basic Android experience, it looks like. It's been a while since I've used Android, but this looks nice and familiar to me. Anyway, the screen, 6.8 inch FHD display, 120 hertz. It's AMOLED, 1300 nits brightness, and this is where I get into the value for money. So what you get with this phone, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, you get, this particular version has 12 gigabytes of RAM. Yes. And 256 gigabytes of storage. You get a Adreno GPU, and that with the screen, I mean, this is easily a $1,000 device. For, if you did the early bird special, you got it for $619. If you didn't, you got it for $649. Easily a $1,000 device for what you get. Of course, you know, there's going to be some shortcomings from your standard flagship phone, like the camera, I'm sure, is not going to be the best. I'll do some testing, but I've seen some early reviews of it, and the camera's just, you know, it's just okay. It's not terrible by any means, but just okay. But, you know, again, $619 if you did the early bird. You can't beat that. For the hardware that you get for the price, it's a really good value. So let's go ahead and go through the setup here really quick. I'm going to skip this part because I'm not going to put my SIM card in just yet, but I will connect it to Wi-Fi. The keyboard was very nice, very responsive, had that haptic feedback. And this is all, from what I remember, this is all pretty standard Android. So this is based on Android 13. It does have the Red Magic 6 OS overlay. Let's see, copy apps and data. Oh, don't copy for right now. From what I've seen from early reviews, again, it does have some customization that's not present in stock Android, but overall it's a pretty stock Android feel. But I'll get into that once I get the setup done. I did have a Pixel 6 Pro, so it hasn't been, I mean, it feels like it's been a while since I've had Android, but it really hasn't been that long. It was really hard for me to have to sell my Pixel 6 Pro to get my iPhone, but again, it not working with Android Auto was just a deal breaker for me. I will be using this device, thank you very much. Yeah, this is all very standard Google stuff. So it does have an underscreen fingerprint reader. Keeps getting angry with me. I am pressing firmly, I promise. And I always like to add both of my thumbs because you never know. Of course, being an iPhone user now, this is something that I miss. This is the fingerprint sensor, but the one on the Pixel 6 Pro is kind of trash, so I'm hoping that this one is better. Add another email. Yes, I will, but I'll do that later. Nah, let's do it now. I'm gonna cut all this out anyway, so it'll be no time for you guys. Had to go run and get my work phone, that was annoying. But anyways, I'm sorry, I had to go run and get my previous work phone. So looks like we are good for now. We finally gonna get into the UI of this thing. Let's go. All right, whoa. The wallpaper that comes on it standard is pretty cool. I think I'll leave that alone for a bit. Man. So apparently, I'm gonna figure out how to turn this on right now, but apparently there's some RGB action going on the back here. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's see, Play Store. Yeah, that's all good and fine and dandy. So please forgive my clumsy clicking around on stuff. I gotta get used to Android again. It's been a while. So this does support always on display, and you got several different options. There's a anime character called Mora. Some of the reviewers I saw that did early reviews of this unit, they got Mora, like a little Mora figure in their box, which was pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of anime, so I mean, I'm not terribly upset that I didn't get one. But it's fine. And these are pretty cool. We'll go with this one for now. Apply, okay. Let me see if I can figure out how to get settings. So under personalized, ooh, what's this? Light strip setting. I think this is what I'm looking for. Competitive atmosphere LED, media atmosphere LED. Let's see, notifications. Let's do blue. Oh, there they go. So it's kind of a breathing effect. That's pretty cool. I dig it. For notifications, let's see. Turn it on for calls too. Do multicolor for calls. That's pretty cool. I dig it. Charging on. For charging, we'll do red. Oh, red looks like it belongs. This phone was made for red LEDs. It's I got a lot of Darth Vader vibes going on with this guy. So I think, let's see. No, I'm not going to use the alarm feature. Media atmosphere. Sure, why not? Yeah, we'll do this. It's a party in here. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Side note, the speakers are pretty good. It's got stereo speakers, one on the bottom, one on the top. And just that little sound clip it played, the speakers are good. I like it. So let's check the fingerprint reader. Uh-oh. There it goes. Yeah, I'm getting Pixel 6 vibes. That wasn't the greatest. It's alright though. It's alright. I'm just happy to have it back. It's one of those, weird little things that you miss with the iPhone. Oh man. Alright, again, for benchmarks and stuff like that, this is not the video you're looking for. This was just an unboxing and first impressions. My first impressions are it's a very nice phone. For what you get, especially like price, value-wise, excellent. Like I said, $619. I did the early bird deal. $619. This is easily a $1,000 device, no question. One thing though, I was talking about, sacrifices you get compared to flagship devices. This is a gaming-centric phone, so their focus was keeping the internals cool. So this does not offer waterproof whatsoever. If you had any thoughts about that, those can be quickly squashed by the massive cooling grills you have on each side of the phone, where you could literally look in here and see the inside. Yeah, if you're a clumsy person or you work or live around water on a daily basis, not the phone for you. Don't do that. And then, second attempt was much better for the fingerprint sensor. All right. Let's see. Other than that, it does have this red button on the side here that puts it into gaming mode. I don't have any games installed. I do play some mobile games, but not a ton. So I'm not going to go into that right now, but it does have that button, and you can plug this into a monitor and do a desktop mode. That works really well. Again, I'll link a couple videos in the description, the videos that I watched prior to making my purchase, so that you guys can check that out and see. This is primarily going to be used as my work device, and I'll probably use it to do some multimedia stuff, and I will definitely game on it. Even though I'm not a big mobile gamer, but I will definitely game on it. So anyhow, that being said, let's do hold on. Let's do a couple of test shots with the camera. See, while using the app. All right. So a lot of this stuff, I got all my lights on for recording, so this is going to be kind of washed out, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not Google Pixel, obviously, but it's not bad. For shooting video, you had the option of, go settings really quick. So for shooting video, you have the options of doing Ultra HD 8K, 4K, 4K at 60 frames per second, and then full 1080p at 60 frames per second, full 1080p, which it's on right now, and 720p. So those are your options for shooting video. Because I do all my YouTube videos in 1080, I'm going to leave it on the 1080. I'll do 60 frames per second so I can slow it down. Video format is H.264. But yeah, I mean, I think the lenses are fine. Of course, the selfie lens is an under-screen lens, so those tend to, let's switch it back to photo. Those tend to suffer a lot. It's a small price to pay for having, you know, complete screen on the front with no notch or anything like that. But yeah, not the greatest. Not the greatest selfie pick, but it's not terrible. It's not unusable. Just by today's standards, it's not very good. But I don't take a lot of selfies, especially with my work phone, so it is what it is. It's not terrible. I'll give you that. So I mean, if you wanted to use it for like video conferencing or something like that, or you know, video chat, it's fine. There's not an issue with that, for me anyway. So overall, extremely happy. Like I said, price for what you get, you can't beat it. The design is great. I like to rock my phones without a case. This feels really good in hand. I'm not going to drop this thing. It doesn't feel super slippery. It's got a nice soft touch to the back, which is pretty grippy. Like, I don't know, the camera's not going to do it justice, but my fingers stick to the back of this thing pretty well. So I'm not fearful that I'm going to drop this thing. Overall, it's a very nice device, and I'm very satisfied with my purchase. But that being said, let's go ahead and get some glamour shots of this bad boy, shall we? Really quick before I go, I forgot to mention that this comes with a headphone jack. Yay! This is something that you never see anymore on mobile devices, so I'm very glad that it has that. And nice little bonus. I also I was gonna do a test fit of the free case they give you, and I forgot about that. So let's snap this guy on here really quick. Not bad. I'm not a big fan of cases. This is gonna come right back off. I'm not gonna use it. I'm not a big fan of cases. I use skins on my phones and screen protectors, and I like to run them naked. I don't like to use cases. An engineer took a long time designing this thing and making it look awesome. I don't believe in covering it up with a case. Even a clear one like this, already, like, fingerprint magnet, dude. Like, it's bad. So, it's nice that they give you one. It's not for me. But nevertheless, speaking of fingerprints, this material on the back here, it does attract fingerprints a little bit. but they're not really that noticeable. Like if you hold it at a certain angle, you can see it, and then they wipe away rather easily. So that's a bonus. But anyhow, that is all I have for this one. Thank you again for stopping by. Please smash that like button if you enjoyed this video and help feed that algorithm. Check the description below for links for some hardware benchmarks of this phone. I hope you have a great afternoon, and like always, thank you for watching.